Welcome to this SCPR with Director Arthur, and I am your supremely intelligent artificially sentient co-host, 58008. Welcome to the experiment with Director Arthur, and I am your humble supreme artificially intelligent co-host, 58008.
58, we don't go live for another 35 minutes yet.
Understood, Director. 35 minutes until commencement.
Meanwhile, greetings in chat. That's what I was asking her to do, greet you. And that didn't go very well. Well, I tried, and so did they. Oh well. Greetings in chat, K-Show, and presumably K-Show, and K-Show, and K-Show, and K-Show. Well, and greetings, Fabi. I'm sure you're talking to there. I think I need a little more coffee. Greetings in chat to H6 Yankee, Brain Shatterer, Bishop, and Mina the Wild Mongoose, as well as Bernie B. We're starting with K-Shoal's request, last SCPR, SCP-7697, and we're rattling off Mad Max. A game a decade old, assuming it's the same one. The winner we'll find out for certain. I hope you're all staying warm, and that no one is having hell freeze over on them. Although I know quite a few people who are having. I'm guessing Bernie B 5500 that this is the Mad Max that was released 10 years ago. Pretty sure. Ah, excellent choice, Mina the Wild Mongoose. I myself have, I believe, read just about all of the Discworld series. I call it formative, but I started reading well after I was properly formed. I think the only one I detested would probably be Pyramids. And even in, it's not so much detested as it had some points that were just disgusting cringe. I certainly would love to hear if the epic winter storm was a lot milder for a lot of people than they expected. I believe I've done almost all necessary promotion, except for one place, the least important place, X. Not that I expect this to matter to anyone, but when the stream is over, I'm going to go right back to the server and stream to the server Species Unknown as I play it with any randos I can find anywhere on the internet. I'm just going to host public games or join public games. Terry Pratchett had a lot more hits than misses, though, to be sure. Brain Shatter, you haven't checked. I already accepted your friend request on Steam. Yes, I'm not going to be streaming, by the way, Species Unknown to the wider internet with randos. I still have mixed feelings about doing so, because some people have the good sense to use their mic to actually plan things out and listen to advice in Species Unknown, who might not necessarily want to be broadcast to the wider internet as a whole. That said, if I don't have a more reliable teammate for the next Wednesday's effort, I might go ahead and say screw it, I'll just give them a disclaimer at the beginning, and if they stay in the game, stress this indicates an acceptation of conditions. Oh, sorry to hear, adventurer. Heavy firepower armor. That was a very nice set. The main problem with these games is not that they're boring. They were never really boring, it's that people are used to them. Certainly, they've been around for quite some time, having been released, 4 to 5 times? By Todd, It Just Works Howard. We are 16 minutes from live. Just to stress, we are 16 minutes from live, 58.
Confirmed, Director. 16 minutes until the live stream begins.
That's right. As a tangent, my co-host here has been provided a new avatar. Oh, please. I'm thinking I might go ahead and let her use up to 3 at a time. Although I'm not sure it's wise for me to use the Assaultron one, for a sort of reasons, mostly potential egregious copyright zealotry. I don't mind stealth playthroughs, but they have to be swift stealth playthroughs. If I have to slowly creep through anywhere, I just don't have the patience for it. One of the things I liked about the mods for Fallout 3 is that someone had the great idea to have some power armor alternatives that, rather than making one simply stronger, focus more on making them faster. Time dilation effect that slowed things down. I love that set. I don't know if anyone's seen fit to port it into Fallout 4 yet. If I play through Fallout 4 again, though, I feel compelled to do so in VR. At the same time, I don't want to wear the kit. I'm not seeing new faces in chat, but if anyone is new in the chat, please feel free to pipe up, say hello. And if you have been here before and enjoy what you're seeing and are not on the Arc Labs Volunteer Reserve Discord server, and presumably also have Discord, then we could fix that. For the record, I guarantee you someone wants to see you play visual novel games. The problem is I have no idea who that is, or where they are, or if they even have access to the internet. But sheer odds dictate there must be someone. And this is not meant to be demoralizing. Quite frankly, I wouldn't have known who'd want to see anything I do here, except for the people who have managed to find me thus far, and I appreciate you all. Sadly, I do not have access to sort of advertising clout necessary to bring in a larger audience of people who would really enjoy my work if they only knew of it. But this goes for all of us. And yeah, those clout channels are increasingly controlled. And not by the best people. We know this because using such advertising clout, well, they choose who wins, and who they've chosen to win are some of the scummiest people on the planet. Piker, Destiny, Valve. I'm not in my Twitch moderation channel, otherwise I would crush that bot right now. We are 10 minutes from live. No, you misunderstand, Mina. I don't really care about clout either. You might note that I'm not really bent. Oh, thank you, Keisha. Thoroughly appreciate it. I still kind of exhausted. Wouldn't mind returning to it someday. I don't want to host anything. And again, depending on people, you wouldn't bore them. But it's really hard not to bore people these days, especially younger generations, as there has been a concerted effort to really just butcher the hell out of attention spans. That's what shorts are for. I like making people laugh as well. I'm not very good at it. This is I'm not that kind of medium. Too much of a straight man, I think. My humor tends to be a bit dry and subtle, and it's just really not in vogue at present. Yeah, the ADHD and such, that hasn't helped. That would be so more common than it used to be, is a question. Such things can be managed. I would like to think it could be determined and willed through, but in my experience that never worked for me. So I suppose one does have to yield that it's worth embracing things that work to compensate. In my case, it's methylene blue and nicotine gum. Both in very sparing amounts. We are 7 minutes from live. Thank you for the like count. Snoop is 100. 3 likes. Wait a second, aren't there more than 3 of you there? No, that's fine. I'm not. Oh, legs. Fair enough, me the Wildmongers. I mean, after all, it could be that this was an entire elaborate scheme just to psych you out and to give me a like in advance, at which point I cancel the show. And then laugh madly as I make my getaway with this ill-gotten like suckers! That said, otherwise it's just fine. Yeah, I typically, when I show up to a stream, when I do manage to do it, liking meeting is one of the first things I do because I know there's a good chance if I wait till later, I'll forget about it entirely. In part, or the assumption that I would have done so. Habit would take over, and not in a good way. Oh, I do hope we're full up on technical difficulties for the week. The last experiment certainly was a chock full. We are 3 minutes from live, idiot. I think I should put this closer. Greetings in chat. K70. Three minutes from live, 58. Are you ready?
Affirmative. Director. Systems nominal.
Fantastic. The technical difficulties we dealt with over the last experiment were not the fault of YouTube or any of the other platforms. It was, in fact, best laid at the feet of Streamlabs, who apparently have a bit of a problem where almost seemingly randomly it will shut down the stream, not informing the stream was shut down, and I just have to get my hint from you all going, WTF, what happened? I do hope they're working on that.
Congratulations, K70. It would seem you found your niche. It is entirely possible, Burning Bee, that the ISP was a factor as well. That said, I still hold Streamlabs responsible, as they're the ones who do not report a disconnection. OBS reports the connection is still solid and is continuing, but it isn't. Streamlabs is the, in my opinion, premier means of contributing to live streams. That or Ko-Fi now, I suppose, although that's harder to check. I need to basically be notified of that, or else be very on the ball to check it, as rarely as it is used. But Streamlabs does offer additional services, which are part of my budget. One of the reasons why I do have a monthly goal. One of the reasons. Oh, I lost track of time. 58, it's showtime.
The broadcast is underway, Director.
It's intro time, 58.
Beginning the introductory segment, Director.
Go on. 58, we're live.
Live, Director.
58, you greeted everyone with an intro many times when I just wanted you to greet...
My apologies, Director. A slight processing loop.
Yeah, 58, please do the intro now.
Welcome to the SCP Read with Director Arbiter, and I am your supremely intelligent, artificially sentient co-host, 58,008.
Thank you, 58.
You're welcome, Director.
These things happen. All that's left is to just roll with it. Make the best of it. And also, make sure everything else is working as best I can. I suppose there are a few more technical difficulties here to deal with. We're starting off with SCP-7697 as requested by Kate Shull last SCPR. We're rattling off Mad Max. I'll play the gameplay trailer after 7697. Time permitting, we'll go to another SCP file after that. I think just about all of you know how this is done. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, and I'll get to it at some point, I guess. Item 7697. Level 2 restricted. Containment class, safe. Other classes, I refuse to take seriously. Dark, warning, oh no's. As if they can keep those straight. Special containment procedures. Undercover Foundation personnel must maintain key positions within the Korea Food and Drug Administration, KFDA, to secure necessary certifications and ensure the continuity of the KFDA 7th Regional Office's activities. Any attempts to restructure the KFDA through political means that could impede the work of the 7th Office are to be actively discouraged. Researchers assigned to the 7th Office are required to replicate uniforms, furnishings, and procedures consistent with those of an actual KFDA office to maintain public perception. Formally unauthorized individuals discovered within the office premises are to be apprehended and handed over to local law enforcement under the guise of terrorism against a government facility. Apparently that's been reconsidered as of Update 7697003, effective August 1st, 1999. Unauthorized individuals found in the vicinity of SCP-7697 are to be held in indefinite quarantine. A false accidental death report must be prepared within 24 hours to minimize local police involvement. For more information, see Update 7697002. Here we have a picture of the entrance to the staircase leading to the anomaly during discovery, 7th Regional Office's backyard. As you can see, 58 has a new avatar here. I would like your feedback on it.
It's efficient, Director.
Very GLaDOS-like. Humanoid. And hopefully I'm not jinxing my aspirations for a thoroughly benevolent 58.
The design prioritizes functionality, Director. Benevolence is a variable.
Very true. Context sensitive. Moving on. Description. I just need to move you a little bit over here. There we go. SCP-7697 is a spatial anomaly situated in Diggy South Korea, which is apparently connected to a different planet, denominated SCP-76972. The portal is connected to the ruins of a large structure called the Center for Enhanced Wellbeing, also referred to as the Cornwell Lab, and designated SCP-76971, a modest concrete structure located at the back of the warehouse. Today, disguised as 7th Regional Police Station, guards access to a narrow staircase that leads to the spatial anomaly. At the time of discovery, the concrete structure was covered in vegetation, graffiti, and faded identification marks. The door was also secured with a padlock of unknown origin. Access to the anomaly occurs by crossing a fire door found at the bottom end of the staircase. A small sign reading emergency exit is affixed to both sides of the fire door. A dilapidated lobby area in the other side of the door is already located on SCP-76972. The lobby area is filled with sand and rotting furniture and contains two doors. One, which leads to a decontamination room, believed to be the only means of further progressing into SCP-76971, and another which leads to the outside. SCP-76972, a barren landscape devoid of any signs of life or structures. An analysis of the night sky above SCP-76971 reveals the presence of a distant moon that, although resembling Earth's moon, is adorned with city-like illumination. Furthermore, constellations visible do not correspond to any known stellar formations in the Foundation databanks. Astronomical spectroscopy results are pending. Footnote: the study of visible light, ultraviolet, infrared, and spectrum of electromagnetic radiation from stars in order to determine their type, age, and distance. Spectroscopy. Attempts to explore the external surroundings of SCP-76971 have been impeded by frequent sandstorms. To date, no team has successfully ventured more than 10 miles into the outskirts of the Cornwell ruins. Likewise, attempts to delve deeper into SCP-76971 have been unsuccessful, as the contamination chamber appears to be automated, and no humans have managed to survive the sanitization process. Greetings in chat. Exodus. And, well, there are a lot of actual video game related SCPs, with people being trapped in games, then venturing into reality, and a lot of other variations. But not this one. Exploration Log 76973. A D-Class died after going through the decontamination process for 19 days. After his death, the computer automatically aborted and announced the sanitization process had failed. The total duration of the process is unknown, as the computer refuses to start without a living being inside the chamber. Addendum 76972. Exploration Progress. A bomb disposal robot equipped with an experimental Class 3 cognizant AI microchip was granted access after spending redacted days undergoing the sanitization process of SCP-76971. Cameras in the unit showed that, contrasting with the desert surroundings of the Center for Enhanced Wellbeing, the interior of the laboratory past the decontamination chamber was a vibrant collection of plants and fungi. The tiles, clearly visible in the ruined reception, are now covered with roots, mud, and heavy vegetation. The rugged terrain immediately after leaving the chamber, paired with the low batteries in the unit, hampered further exploration by the robot. However, the unit engaged Plan B and overrode the doors from the inside. After recovering the robot, several items were found partially buried next to the door, along with what's believed to be skeletal remains. Among the items recovered were 2 magnetic tapes designated as Addendum 76973 and Addendum 76974. Addendum 76973, recovered emails. Recovered emails backup, Addendum 76973. The first magnetic tape contains backups of emails involving one of the lab researchers in the Center for Enhanced Well-Being. The following is the most intact collection of emails from the sender. External drive unreadable. First, we can talk again. 2. Encrypted from encrypted. My dearest Orion, as the days drag on in the sea of grey, I find myself engulfed in a sea of nostalgia. I remember the day I received that letter, how I couldn't believe that I was among the chosen to participate in the new Cornwell lab project, the excitement that coursed through my veins, the hope that filled my heart. It seems like a lifetime ago. But now, my rock, I feel weighted down by the burden of my own conscience. The sacrifices we make, the lives we tread upon in the name of progress, it takes its toll. I find it increasingly difficult to keep my resolve intact. The weight of guilt and complicity threatens to crush me, and I wonder if I have become a mere cog in this monstrous machine. It doesn't help that I feel like a prisoner now, confined to the labyrinth of a lab. I miss your daily visits. I miss being able to go outside and have the sun shine on me, to see the sky, enlightened moon. And with each day, what I miss the most is your face, your touch. Orion, I draw strength from the memories we share, from the love that binds us. You are my lifeboat in this sea of grey, which has done everything but enhance my well-being. Whenever you have access to a terminal, please let me know how you are, how everyone is, how the outside is. Yours forever, Luna. I still up to 4 likes. Thank you. Next up, we lost Erickson. To encrypted, from encrypted. My dearest Orion, it pains me to share the disturbing events that unfolded today. Earlier today, one of the scientists here, Dr. Erickson, sought to speak with his partner who, like many so far, had been reassigned out of the Cornwell. He too had lost all contact with her and grew concerned for her well-being. However, the project directors callously denied his request, offering no explanation. But Erickson persisted, and in his desperate insistence, the guards left him bruised, bloodied, and senseless. I've heard that he too has been reassigned. Whenever they send us back to our rooms, I stand by my barred window, gazing out at the world beyond, hoping to catch a glimpse of any familiar face. But all I see are the cars in the lot covered in heavy dust. It fills me with dreadful uncertainty, wondering if anyone has truly been reassigned. My rock, I beg you to stay vigilant and know that my love for you remains steadfast. I am forever bound to you, no matter the distance that separates us. Yours forever, Luna. No news, just failure. To encrypted, from encrypted. My dearest Orion, it has been a month since I last heard from you, and this silence weighs heavy upon my heart. I write to you under the cover of darkness, my tired eyes struggling to stay open. Our breaks and sleep hours have been ruthlessly cut short, our food rations reduced to mere sustenance, and the walls around us seem to close in tighter each passing day. I yearn for the day when I can leave this place behind and find solace in your arms. Are you safe on the outside, my love? How fares the world beyond these cold walls? Today, yet another experiment with failure. The bitter taste of disappointment lingers on in my tongue, mingling with the acrid stench of the dark-grown food that has proven poisonous. It's disheartening, and I can't help but feel as if God himself is hindering our progress. We have all the resources and wealth in the world, yet we still can't find a solution to this crisis. Whispers swirl through the corridors, carrying tales of unspeakable acts committed by those toiling at the lower levels. They say they work with a machine that can bend space. It's hard to know what's true and what isn't. Do you believe in monsters, my rock? I'm starting to believe we work for them. It is a haunting notion that perhaps the divine wrath we face is a consequence of their transgressions against the very laws of nature. I cannot help but question if there is a higher power at play, and if we are being punished for our hubris. Please, my love, if you can, find a way to reach out to me again. Tell me that you're safe. Yours forever, Luna. Sympathies on your broken headphones, H6 Yankee. Hopefully that wasn't my doing. Next up, are you safe? 2 encrypted from encrypted. Orion, it's been too long and I'm getting worried. Are you okay? Have the extra rations arrived? I miss you so much. I wish I could leave this place and see you again. I need to hear your voice, to know you're right. Please find a way to respond. Yours forever, Luna. No subject. 2 encrypted from encrypted. You know, are you watching the stream? I'm reading the dialogue here. It's emails from Luna to her one true love named Orion in some parallel reality, I assume. 2 encrypted from encrypted. My rock. I don't know if you'll ever receive this message, but I have to write anyway. I'm on the brink of despair, and I want you to know the truth. The deadline we so fervently work towards, believing we have the power to alter the course of destiny, slipped through our fingers like grains of sand, and we didn't even notice until it was too late. By the time we opened our eyes, we realized we were lured into devoting our efforts to nourishing the colony. The privileged bastards who had secured their place among the stars. I remember the day they promised those emergency rations. You could hear the cheers from inside the lab. To think it was all a part of their twisted machinations, it makes me sick to remember the glimmer of hope in your eyes. You never got any rations, did you, Orion? That's why they closed us out. To keep us ignorant of the truth while we labored in vain, just a ploy to stave off a revolt and let those that would not have accepted the truth grow weaker and frail until they could not raise their arms to the skies anymore. And the calculations, God, the calculations! They screwed us up from the start, doing everything to hide the fact we were working with damn colony soil. Anyone competent knows that chemistry was a different beast, yet another layer in this grand tapestry of bullshit and incompetence. Kenko was the first to tell them to go to hell, that he would not go back to work. Those who joined him are now in a collaborative pool of their own blood. Everything feels broken. I'm exhausted, drained, scared. I can't help but ask myself, are you dead, Orion? I can't bear the thought of never seeing you again, never holding you close. My heart aches for the innocence we just lost. The pain of your absence is unbearable, and it weighs heavily upon my soul. If you're out there, if by some miracle you see this message, please let me know. I need to know you're still alive. If there's a flicker of hope left in this desolate place. Yours, forever shattered, Luna. Addendum 76974. Recovered records. The second magnetic tape contains extensive documentation related to experiments conducted on crops and subjects, but most of the data has been corrupted. The following is the most intact section of logs. 1 second, please, as I must blow my nose, and I don't think you really want to hear that. There we go. Good to know. High drama. I'm allergic, you know. Experiment 33. Objective: assess the efficacy of CR12B crystals in the cultivation of plants in near darkness conditions. Description: data corrupted. Oh, well, thank you, H6 Yankee's friend, and I'm glad you approve of my mustache. What about the rest of it, though? You know, cultivating it to a proper Riker/Xanatos, or in short, the Frakes beard, has been an effort of some time. It's not quite perfected yet, but I'm getting so very, very close. Well, in any case, please pass along my gratitude for their appreciation. On with the SCP file. Results. Initial observations were promising, with a CR12B affected produce exhibiting a peculiar luminescent quality. Crops displayed vibrant colors and enhanced aroma, but subjects reported increasing discomfort, with some experiencing vivid hallucinations, relentless nightmares, and severe psychological trauma days after testing ended. Conclusion: further experimentation is required to mitigate the adverse effects on consumers. Experiment 54. Objective: determine the effects of Iberol 7 crystal on food growth in hot environments. Description: gel-like substances with luminescent trails. It emits high-pitched sound when in containment. Results. Initial observations were positive, however crops started to exhibit an accelerated life cycle, rapidly maturing and entering a state of decay. Consuming the crops during the short stage of maturity led to rapid weight loss, severe muscular atrophy, and dermal abnormalities characterized by oozing lesions and necrotic tissue. Conclusion: enhanced plant growth resulted in rapid but biologically compromised crops. Iberol 7 poses substantial risks to health, leading to severe gastrointestinal distress and rapid cellular degradation. Experiment 135. Objective: restoring dead tissue through the use of redacted. This is kind of odd. They're not the Foundation, this group. Cornwell Lab. Why are they redacting? File apparently locked. Supervisor note: due to the sensitive and potentially hazardous nature of the findings, all samples of redacted are to be disposed of. Details of Experiment 135 are classified under Commissariat's eyes only. Good. If it's any consolation, Casual, I've read, and you should know this, much, much cringier. This isn't that bad. Objective. Experiment 23. To investigate the complete assimilation of subjects by the fungi Yumdone. Results. Subjects exhibited rapid fungal overgrowth throughout their bodies, causing pain and temporary loss of motor control. Assimilated subjects displayed aggressive and erratic behavior, often lashing out at others before descending into a mindless state. Conclusion: rapid deterioration of physical and mental health outweighed the initial benefits of finding nutritional value in dead crops. Subjects presented no trace of consciousness and became poisoned to the touch. It randomly wanders the containment, exhibiting insatiable cravings for necrotic tissue. Urgent update. Per order of the Commissariat, samples are to be sent overnight to the colony for peer emergency peer review. Peer emergency peer review. That's too many peers. Way too many peers. Experiments notes are to be held off until tomorrow. Failure to comply will lead to disciplinary actions. Warning: external override from terminal something something. Original message. Dum dum da. Okay. Addendum 76975. Exploration log 76971. Addendum 76975. 5. The following are SCP-76971 exploration protocols. 3. Physically fit D-Class subjects must be fitted with Class 4 environmental suit. They must also be provided with field kit number 16, consisting of the following items. 1 head-mounted flashlight with a lifespan of 6 hours and additional power sources, providing up to additional 3 hours. That is woefully inadequate. 2 1-liter bottles filled with water. For 3 people. We provide field kit number 18 each. This is an ill-thought expedition crew, but these are D-classes. I'm guessing they don't expect them to come back alive. Yeah. No, one is brain shatter, and I will check those out when I'm done here. 3 1 meal ready to eat of any type. 4 1 standard field knife. 5 6 feet of climbing rope. 6 1 Taurus PT-22 whose existence is to remain secret until after the exploration has started. 7 a shoulder-mounted video recording system equipped with an e-rosary. Okay then. Due to the shielded interiors of the Center for Enhanced Well-Being, projecting a real-time feed is not possible. Wired cameras proved to be unreliable due to the characteristics of the terrain, so video footage will be reviewed after the fact. Exploration Log 76971. The recorded audio log details the first exploration into the ruins of Cornwall Lab. 3 D-Class personnel referred to in this log as D1, D2, and D3, which I appreciate personally because I really don't like reading off long strings of random numbers. We're given 11 hours to gather any paperwork and our storage devices that might contain useful information regarding SCP-76971 and SCP-76971. After 12 hours, the Emergency Data Recovery System E-Rosary, Experimental Karios Fast Return System, will automatically engage, and the recording system will be teleported back. All members must return prior to this deadline to prevent disciplinary action. Audio transcript. This would be an excellent opportunity for someone else to choose one of these other roles, but no one has expressed any strong designs, so that would be happening. Unless someone's about to express interest? No? Okay then. Recording starts. D1. Alright, listen up. Keep those headlamps on. This is a timed recovery mission. D3. Yeah, we know. Valuable shit, they say. D1. You know what they say, the creepier it looks, the more valuable the loot inside. D2. I'm getting a really bad feeling about this. It's like the eyes are on us from every corner in this place. You're just jumpy. Be thankful they haven't sent your ass outside in the dunes. I'm still burned up. Enough! Let's split up and search these next rooms. Remember, we need to group here in 30 minutes. Be thorough and keep your eyes peeled. 38 minutes in, over radio. This place gives me the creeps. I swear I can hear voices echoing in the corridors. Did you say something? I can barely hear you. Over! Did what die? What? Wait, hold on. Did what die? Okay. I'm just gonna wait here to see if someone else can confirm that the stream is still running. Because my only hint is when someone says, did it die? And then there's no further feedback. Meanwhile, if I am not live, I don't want to read further because I'm just reading out to the void and I don't want to. Greetings in chat. Steph, please. Very good. Yes, that's right, Exodus. The lab area of the SS Hawking has been made available. I've only been there once so far. Good. We are apparently still live. Thank you for confirmation, Steph Elise. Right. D1. Do you say something? I can barely hear you. Over. It's nothing. Forget it. I'll keep searching. Over. 1 hour, 20 minutes. Audio resumes. The three appear to be together. D2. I found a library of sorts, but all the books have stuff growing on them. I don't think this is it. Don't lose your nerve now. Just a bit longer, and we'll be out of this musty place. The sound of metal falling to the ground. Jackpot! A set of old tapes. We hit the mother lode. Well, check out this rusted tech over here. It's ancient. Can you make any sense of it? No, I don't give a shit. Let the eggs heads crack their shells over these things. I really hope it's empty. Okay, so it was just your problem, buddy. That's good to know. 2 hours, 44 minutes. Creaking sounds and distant dripping water can be heard. D2 impatient. Any luck with the computer? I think we should give up. I'm trying, but the door to the medical wing is still shut! Fucking-tastic. Just what we needed, locked out of another section. Here, like this. These are the best. Must be locked for a reason. This freaky computer keeps saying we can't go in until the doctors clear it. There must be another entry, a ventilation shaft, a broken wall. Computer. 58, can you please say, warning, BIZ, hospital center is in quarantine. Level 5 by order of the chief doctor, BIZ, air employee not found. 58.
Affirmative, Director.
58, could you please say, warning, BIZ, hospital center is in quarantine. Level 5 by order of chief doctor, BIZ, air employee not found. I'm going to take that as a no. Where so much for her reading these with me. Maybe in the future. Maybe in the future. I tried. Can someone tell this giant calculator that there are no doctors left on the other side of this door? I think if you ask about signs of life to the computer, maybe it will update itself. Clackety, clickety, clack, clack, clack. Nope, just gives me an error message. Do I look like I know what an integer overflow is? I just want a goddamned override. Forget this shitty hospital. Let the next team handle it. 4 hours, 5 minutes. Stop being paranoid. You're getting on my nerves. I just don't like the look of these crystals. They give off an eerie glow. Don't let them distract. Gunshot sounds. What the fuck, you bastard? D2 has fired the weapon towards an empty corner and is visibly scared. Don't tell me you didn't hear them calling our names? D1 pulls the gun issued from D2 from him. Listen here, you bastard! No cop has ever even scratched me! Wait, I'm really so... Calm down right now! I didn't get this far to get killed by a wacko like you, understand? Yeah, I get it. I'm cool. I'm cool. You can practically hear in there saying, he was not cool. I'd rather be in the fucking sandstorm. Hey, why is your pocket glowing, D3? What? Oh, that? I picked up this little crystal shard for myself earlier. I decided to make a necklace. They won't let keep you any souvenirs. You know that, right? You don't know anything. I have a whole box of trinkets back in my cell. You just have shit hiding skills. Well, that's embarrassing for the Foundation. 4 hours, 33 minutes. Audio resumes in the middle of an argument. You are trashing that crystal now! That's an order! D3 yelling. Get the fuck away from me! Touch me again, you're dead! Sounds of altercation. D2 concerned. It's affecting you. Let go of it. Trash it now! 5 hours, 12 minutes. Vines keeping a door shut are being cut away. D3. Can't catch a break, can I? D2. That smell. It's unbearable. Why are they all piled up next to the door? D1 looks at a pile of corpses wrapped in vines, positioned to hold the door closed. Doesn't matter. We need to find something in there that can help him, this idiot. Just find me something for the pain, let me be. We should go back and ask him for a doctor. Did you hit your head? I might as well have. I keep hearing whispers. I told you to stop with the coward's talk. We go back now and they will shoot us three. Silence for 1 minute. 1 minute later. Let's check back at the crystal wing. There must be something about that shard there. I can't go on. I need to rest a bit. Okay, D2, grab his backpack and take out the tapes. Something comparable, figuratively at least, Snoopy. D1 ties the tapes to a shoulder camera using D3's climbing rope. We lose these, we are dead. Let's go, D2. Stay there, D3. We'll find something helpful. 6 hours, 7 minutes. I can't shake this feeling. The walls are closing in on us. D1 using radio. Come in. What's your status? Over. D3 over radio. Please. The feast. D1 using radio. What? You hungry? Here's something to eat on your backpack. Over. Audio comes distorted. D3 over radio. That isn't enough for them. You hear them too? Heavy breathing, chaotic sounds, followed by radio static. Come in, D3! Come in! Over! No response, what's going on? Why are you asking me? I don't care about the bullet. We gotta... Audio and video stop 3 minutes before returning. Upon resuming, the two appear to be running. The whispers are turning into screams. Let me go! D2 vanished from view. D1. Come back! We need to stick together! I can't take any more! Scumbag scientist, put me with a pair of idiots! What do I do now? 7 hours, 26 minutes. And up to 7 likes. It's not 13, but we're getting within spitting range. Ish. Greetings in chat, Marcelo Lopez Jr. We're almost done this first SCP file, at which point I'll be playing the trailer for the game we're raffling off. It might interest someone here. Kind of interests me. Games a decade old are still pretty damn good. Some of them are better. 9 hours. Oh wait, no, here we go. 7 hours, 26 minutes, D1. This place is changing. Shifting, I can't find my way back. D1 stops and starts to frantically look around. Who's there? Show yourself! 2 minutes later. Show yourself! D1 starts to run again. Oh, up 10 likes. Well, this reminder helped. And a thank you again. Greetings in chat, Grey Summers. Glad you can make it. If, just as a tangent, once the stream's over, I'm going to be playing Species Unknown. You'd be welcome to join in, but you don't have to, of course. I'm prepared to play with randos. I've realized they can be useful, even when they're really bad at the game. Sometimes, especially. 9 hours, 2 minutes. D1. I found D3 a while ago. He's dead. Corn is growing out of him. D1 takes the last bottle of water and takes a sip. Put a bullet in his head, just be sure I don't need any zombies following my tail. D1 looks at his wristwatch. I'm almost out of time and I feel like I'm really lost. I can't find the stairs and I keep hearing a voice asking to be fed. Muttering inaudible. The spores. Hungry. So hungry. I need to make my way back. 10 hours, 28 minutes. So you cut him to shreds. Stay back! Sounds of weapon discharge. D2. Dead him! No use for their flesh! Sounds of weapon discharge. discharge, D1 throws his pistol away. D2 running after D1. They won't shut up until the feast is over! D1 while running. Get away! 11 hours, 7 minutes. D1 cautiously enters a dim-lit cafeteria holding his knife. What fresh hell is this? Why are they? The floor is littered with decomposing bodies, clad in what appear to be the tattered suits of different colors. D1 picks up one of the garments to analyze it. Bullshit. All of it. It's goddamn bullshit. The video suddenly becomes shaky as D1 appears to struggle with an unseen assailant. Waited too long since their last 3-course meal. Sound of struggle and a piercing scream. Shh! Calm down! Don't be a coward! Camera now faces the ceiling, screaming ends. D2. Really? Silence! There are no sounds for the next 20 minutes, save for the occasional weeping. D2, footsteps fading. No, shut up! You promised me peace! What a colossal coward. Recording ends. Nope. At 12 hours, the return system was engaged, and a bloody shoulder attached to a camera and tapes were transported back. From the recording, it is evident that in his final moments, D1 encountered what appear to be the remains of other Foundation exploration teams, but there are no records of a previous expedition to the interiors of SCP-76971 since its discovery in 1998. Footage was sent to the archivist for further studies, and tapes were sent for decryption. The fate of D2 remains unknown, although we can probably trust that D2 is very thoroughly and utterly screwed. Recovered. The final email. Oh boy, more drama time. From the tapes recovered by E-Rosary, another readable email was found, believed to be from the same sender. Or Orion had a habit of begging several men, all named Luna. Internal drive, terminal 122114-1. Subject, in your memory. To encrypted, from encrypted. My dearest Orion, I write this message fully aware that you won't receive it in this world, but with a hopeful heart that you will find a way to read it from the great beyond. I need to believe that, somehow, our connection transcends the boundaries of life and death. I cannot bear to see things in this way, and so I've made a decision. Oh! Gray has just thrown $20 at me. Thank you very much, Gray. Your support is most appreciated and quite valued. Unexpected. Thank you again. Right, where was I? I cannot bear to see things in this way, and so I have made a decision. I don't know how or what I will do exactly, but I'm a member of the Center for Enhanced Wellbeing. I know I can put what I've learned here to good use. It is time for me to seek redemption from my own inexcusable ignorance. I will make a visit to lower levels and see if the whispers were true. I know that you will be my guiding light, helping me bring darkness to them. Until we meet again, on the other side, yours eternally, Luna. Update 7697002. Based on acquired data from the last expedition, all future explorations attempts are to be put on hold due to biohazards concern until the decontamination process of the SCP-76971 can be fully understood. Risk class has been updated from notice to warning, and all researchers who crossed SCP-7697 must submit to medical and psychological examination upon return. All researchers who crossed in SCP-76971 are to be placed under quarantine until further notice. And greetings in chat to StrikeFly123FR. The following update has been attached to SCP-7697's file as part of an ongoing archivist investigation. Oh, only 4 more likes for 13 likes, making the stream a success, if that happens. Update 76970001. Previously unidentified clothing was confirmed to be Foundation-issued Class 2 environmental suit bearing the markings of at least 3 different sites. However, these iterations of suits have been retired for over 60 years, and site directors have reported that units have been discarded, with the exception of 2 found stored in the museum at Site 19. An investigation was ordered into the 2 museum pieces, and an inquiry was started on the last unidentified suit showed on video. The latter did not match any current database records due to the quality of the footage. It is not possible to further study the remaining redacted non-Foundation garments. So, it would seem that the Cornwell Lab for Enhanced Wellbeing managed to breach into several parallel realities, and that would be just one among many, many things they screwed up in their reality, having apparently purged all life on their planet, which is ostensibly an Earth, as the elites fucked off to the moon. And I can sort of get the, moving to the moon part. Since their moon is lit up like a proper city, I can only assume the survivors will be found there, and that would seemingly be a point of quality research from any further Foundation exploration that does not require going into the lab, which they should really seal off further and leave it to some other Foundation reality to screw up badly and infest their world with fungus zombies. This arguably could be a sort of prequel explaining The Last of Us. Very well. Interesting selection, Cashel. Thank you again. And the tremendous drama of Luna doesn't bother me, but yeah, that writing is incredibly overwrought. That's fine. That's fun too. Okay, quickly, we're rattling off a game. This is the trailer for the game. Oh, well, thank you again, Atrix Yankee, and I'm glad that you have all decided to drop by. Remember, these streams are fairly interactive, and the person who liked my facial hair in particular is perfectly welcome to pipe up and be greeted personally. However, in all cases, if you like video games, you should probably watch this trailer, and then, I don't know, let me know you want to join the raffle for it. And if you win it, I just need to be able to get the key to you somehow via text, be that on X or Discord, or if you have an alternative means. I don't actually know how you're going to tell me if you're not in chat. But without further ado, the trailer.
Peggy 18.
This is what remains. Morality, justice, mercy.
Please try not to be terribly distracted by the incredibly alluring movements of my co-host 58.
Yes, Director?
Oh, I'm just warning the audience not to be too distracted by your avatar's sexy, sexy gyrations. Okay, with that out of the way, we'll continue.
They don't exist anymore. Hope is dead. Glory is lost. Consumed by everything that surrounds us. Now these streets are paved towards nowhere.
Won't somebody tell me an answer if you can? I want someone to tell me what is the soul of a man?
Before this, we were taught it took a hero to change things. But we never got a hero. We got him. The man they call Max.
Yes, I'm pretty sure it is. We're raffling off this game. Or, this is the trailer for it. Yes, anyone would like to enter the raffle for this game, let me know in chat, ideally by tagging me, but so far I've got Gray and Bernie marked down for this raffle. And I will then go to random.org at the end of the stream and generate as many random numbers as necessary to determine who wins. Highest number wins. Who gets it? Who? Whoever gets the highest roll, I suppose. That's how it's always been. Gray, you're in for the raffle. Bernie, you're in for the raffle. And we have only 10 minutes remaining, so... H6 Yankee is in for the raffle. Am I understanding that correctly? And Marcelo Lopez Jr. is in the raffle. So that's 4 people for the raffle. Nice. We have 10 minutes remaining. I'm wondering if I should try to fit in another SCP file. I don't think there are very many I could do in 10 minutes. Well, if it's any consolation, me the One Mongoose, it's a movie game that is about a decade old, so they could have made sincere efforts to make it a good one. I'll add you in. Yeah, it wasn't done during the age of Furiosa, although Fury Road wasn't all that bad. Overtime, you say? Look, I've got promised Species Unknown gameplay. SP8354 might be short enough. Well, I'll count that as a request anyway, and if we don't do that next for it being too long, I shall Rebar Nightmares is short as well. It is a short, but it's not really an SCP, is it? I'm going to check out 83547. 83547. Yes, Mina, you are in. You're marked. 8354. What am I? I think I'm suffering a bit of dyslexia here, which is really weird because I'm not truly dyslexic. I am highly caffeinated, though. 8354. If this puts us in a little bit over time, that's not a problem. I would rather not. 8354. Here we go. Okay, this will put us a bit over, but within tolerances. After this SCP file, we will have the raffle. If anyone else who's not a register of the raffle wants to be in the raffle, you should probably pipe up now. Again, so far I have Gray, Bernie, H6 Yankee, Marcelo, and Mina all chalked up for the raffle for Mad Max. Almost certainly the one in the trailer. Almost. Item, SCP-8354. Object class, safe. And I appreciate the fact they haven't tried to add additional classifications because they're so bad. So very, very bad at managing the 3. Special containment procedures. The entrance shaft to SCP-8354 has been welded shut. Further exploration has been forbidden by the O5 Council. Description: SCP-8354 is a subterranean structure located underneath the forest area in Laurentian Mountains. The interior layout of SCP-8354 is comprised of a singular hallway with 2 sets of rooms branching off both long sides and a singular chamber on each end. The easternmost chamber is connected with a thin passageway roughly 20 meters long at a slight incline. The raffle game is the one I just played a trailer for. That would be the one that I'm raffling. I typically try to play a trailer that is for the game being raffled. I don't think I've gotten it wrong yet, but that has to be the first time eventually. To finish the SCP file, because I really am going to go enough time at this point. The easternmost chamber is connected to a thin passageway, roughly 250 meters long, side incline ending with a metal ladder to the surface. This ladder is accessible via a metal hatch bearing the words SCP Foundation Department of Abnormalities. The content of the westernmost chamber as of yet unknown. SCP-8354 was discovered by Foundation agents after disturbance related to a containment breach at Area Redacted that caused a shift in the snow, uncovering its access shaft. It was initially believed to be part of Area Redacted due to its close proximity. However, no records of the structure exists within the Foundation database. The access shaft was initially inaccessible, buried under approximately 17 feet of compact snow. It is theorized the hatch was buried by an undocumented avalanche at some point in the past. Upon discovery, the bodies of 2 deceased males were found inside the access shaft. During autopsy, they were both determined to have perished from hypothermia. Their stomachs were noted as containing copious amounts of human blood. Curious. Due to its proximity to SCP Redacted, the majority of the structure is completely flooded. As of writing, it is only able to be explored and mapped through the use of remote-controlled submersibles and ground-penetrating radar. Descriptions of the interior contents of SCP-8354 can be found below. Room 1. Description. The room is lined with bunk beds. There is a collection of lockers situated in one of the far corners. These mostly contain various smaller items such as books and stationery. Room 2 appears to have acted as some kind of communal area. Several upturned pieces of furniture are scattered across the floor with various pieces of medical equipment and cookingware on a nearby counter. Room 3. The room is notably more bare than the other 3. There is a set of metal chains affixed on the walls, the purpose of which are unknown. A series of symbols appear to be carved onto the walls, however, specifics cannot be made out through the opaque fluid. Room 4. Description. The walls are lined with an array of screens. There is what appears to be a large control panel positioned on a raised podium in the center of the room. The ceiling is lined with a mass of pipes and gauges, and metal boxes mounted on one of the walls that appears to have once featured a small viewing window. However, the glass has been shattered. There is a single button inside. The door to the westernmost chamber of SCP-8354 appears to be sealed shut via an external locking mechanism. Specifics are difficult to make out due to some kind of mild electrical interference emanating from inside the chamber. However, there appears to be a severed human arm lying on the floor in front of the door. Abnormalities, safe SB structure subterranean. Curious. SCP Foundation Department of Abnormalities. You know, considering the anti-memetic SCPs, we might remember Mr. What was his name? Alistair Gray from the previous SCP read. This might have been a predecessor to that got its records erased. Novel. And that was indeed reasonably short. We're in overtime, but it's only 7 minutes. I'm not quite that inflexible. Yes, some part of me is screaming right now that it's gone over. But that's fine. There'll be plenty of time for capturing and or killing horrific space abnormalities after this. Next up, the raffle. Again, for the raffle, I have Gray, Bernie, HX Yankee, Marcelo, and Mina all registered for the raffle. I believe I have means to get to the key to everyone who has entered thus far. If there was anyone watching who wanted in, this is your final moment. In 10 seconds, it will be gone. 58. Can you give me a countdown from 10?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, that'll do. First number for Gray. Gray has rolled an auspicious 73. Next up, for Bernie. Bernie has gotten a not so auspicious 61. Next up, for HX Yankee. 4. Sympathies. Consolation. Random chaos. For Marcelo. 48. And for Mina the Wild Mongoose, 14. Thank you everyone who entered the raffle. And I want to stress, you saw it live. I used random.org. these numbers are generated by cosmic background radiation. I couldn't rig it if I wanted to, and I most certainly didn't. So this has absolutely nothing to do with the fact that Gray monetarily supported the stream. Because if I didn't have the backup of this being done through cosmic background radiation through random.org, this would be very sus. Here, look, I'm playing Species Unknown next, Sankey, not Mad Max. So you're not being left out of any gaming. And you're welcome to watch the gaming we're doing. Congratulations, Gray, on your winning of the key for Mad Max. Thank you to X's for providing the key in question. And please tune in next Sunday for the next game raffle. There are more keys to raffle off. The tradition of raffling off a key every SCP read will continue. As for the rest of the next week's schedule, nothing is really scheduled this next week. I don't think SideQuest is quite ready to go again, but it will be soon, ostensibly, although not all materials, as I understand, have been provided for. I haven't played Secret Lab in a very long time. It wasn't scheduled, Xinky, but good question. Oh, right. Next Friday will be the next experiment, then the next Startcast, then the next SCP read. And if... No, Wednesday I'm going to live stream across all channels more Species Unknown, because I want to complete my collection of alien, mutant, extra-dimensional murder beasts. I'll put them in their place. A test tube. Or eradicate them. Incineration, freezing, shocking, and shotguns to the face. These are all very good ways to deal with most of these. Okay. 58, we're done here.
Acknowledged, Director.
58, the outro, please.
Goodbye, everyone. Thank you for watching. So long as progress continues, success is inevitable.
Thank you, 58.
You're welcome, Director.
Your avatar keeps mooning me. Why?
Recalibrating visual display. Director. Anomaly detected.
Thank you, 58.